Good morning. We are so excited to see you guys out today for our very first Family STEM Saturday and breakfast. Yay! I am Dr. Carr, the director of the 21st Century Program, and we're just super excited about this activity, this event. And now I'd like for all of our parents to stand, because truly the program would not be here without you, all of our parents. And we want to give you a round of applause. Thank you guys so much for encouraging your kids to come and participate, and for your coming to participate. We know that you are the key to the success of the program. We may work with your children during the day, but the most important people in the lives of these children are the parents, their family members. Without you, what we do would not have the effect that it has. So we thank you guys so very much. Okay, at this time I'm going to ask Mr. Green if he would come forward, and we'll turn it over to him. And we're going to let Mr. Green tell you why STEM is so important.
Thank you, Dr. Carr. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Again, my name is Wendell Green, and I do consulting all around the state and in the nation. And the biggest thing that I want to talk about today is just the STEM concept, what it means and how it can help you and your kids, the teachers, and how it can help the community as a whole is what it really boils down to. So let's go ahead and jump right into the presentation. Before I actually get started with STEM itself, I want to talk about a student's day. A student's day. Tell me, any student or even any parent, about what percentage of the day is spent sleeping for a student, typical student? What do you think? About half a day? Anybody else? Come on, give me a guess. Say again? About 20%? Okay. Yes, sir. 25%. Okay, so about 20%, 25%, I have a 50%. Okay. How about social media? What I mean by that is TV, video games, cell phone, tweeting. You hear me tweeting? Yeah. Well, so what percent? 95, 75, yeah, 100, yeah, okay. All right, so a lot, right? Okay. How about eating and just miscellaneous conversation? And now when I say miscellaneous conversation, I mean now not over the phone, but person to person. About 10? Okay. All right, last but not least, studying. Did I hear 0? Oh, that's not good. 45, I saw your hand, young man, tell me. What percent? Come on. 10? I like you. Because 10% of the day means you're going to study for 2 hours, over 2 hours. Are you doing that? My man. All right, very good. What kind of grades are you making? That's all right, don't tell me. I know they're good, don't worry about it. All right, now this data was actually gathered from one of the national consulting companies that really follows this to see what kids are doing during the day and what type of preparation are they doing for school and for their future. So let's go ahead and go through the list. Sleeping. Who's at 50? There he is. Half the day is spent sleeping, typically by kids. Social media, over a third of the day is spent tweeting and texting and that type of thing. Over a third. Only 8% eating and actual face-to-face communication. Now studying, only 4%. Now, I think that somewhat is a stretch in some cases. Because just being honest about it, when I was a little kid, I didn't study, not much. Not much at all. I was a pretty bad student, so we'll talk about that later. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into that. But the point that I wanted to bring up with this is, if we focus on getting our kids to get away from that social media especially, a little bit more, and bring them toward that studying, and maybe even tying in social media or technology as a whole back into studying, tying those two together, we'll have a better result for our kids as far as their education is concerned. Now, normally when I get into this type of exercise, I love to start with what I call a problem-solving challenge. Now, I'm going to put this problem-solving challenge on the board, and I would like to hear from a student to give me the answer. However, I want the parents to participate. So if you're around your kid, it's okay to help them or talk with them about this and try to get them to give me the answer. The person who gives me the correct answer first is a prize. And I'll just go ahead and say it, it's cash money. Okay, so, but it's only for the kids now, no parents now, no parents, just kids, just kids now. Just kids. All right, so here's the problem. You ready? It says, how can you put exactly? So can you estimate then? Can I estimate with this one? I cannot estimate because I said exactly. 4 gallons of water in a jug using only a 3-gallon jug and a 5-gallon jug with no measurements on it, and I have unlimited water. I'm at a big water fountain, okay? So water is continually flowing. I can always get water, but I have a 3-gallon jug and a 5-gallon jug. And your 2 minutes starts now. I need to hear more of that. Talking, communicate. Come on, let's talk. Right? You got about a minute and a half left. One minute left. All right, I have a challenger right here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop the clock, and I'm gonna let her tell me what she thinks. All right, go ahead. Add 5 plus 3 minus 4. That's true, but how can I do that with those jugs? You had to walk me through. Do I fill up the 5-gallon jug first? Do I fill up the 3-gallon jug first? Do I fill them up at all? Let me give you a hint. Fill up one jug and go from there. All right, that's all I'm going to say now. All right, I got another challenge right here.
You fill up the 5-gallon jug, then you pour the 5-gallon out into the 3-gallon, and you'll have 2 gallons left, and then you pour half of the 3-gallon jug.
You estimating?
But you gonna know if it's half.
Okay, let me help you out. In the movie, there was a bomb that was actually going off. This guy was blowing up places all around New York, I think it was. Samuel and Bruce Willis had to go around and defuse the bombs. At this one bomb, the guy gave them a riddle, and he basically said, the first exercise where you had 3-gallon jug and a 5-gallon jug with no markings, and they were at this big water fountain at a public park. And there was a scale there. And they had to put exactly 4 gallons of water on the scale, whatever weight that would be, in order to defuse the bomb. If they put it on the scale and it was a little bit higher or a little bit lower, boom. So it had to be exactly 4 gallons. There's no guessing here. All right, we got 1 minute left before the bomb goes off. Let's go. All right, I got a challenger here.
You use the 3-gallon jug and you keep on pouring it to the 5-gallon jug 4 times. You're gonna use the 3-gallon jug 4 times and fill it to the 5.
Okay, walk me through that. Okay, he said, I think he's on the right track too. We're gonna fill up the 3-gallon.
You're gonna fill the 3-gallon and pour it into the 5.
Right.
And then you're gonna keep on doing it for 4 times.
Oh, slow down. Okay, so now I have the 3 is empty, and I have 3 in my 5, and how many is left in my 5? If I have 3 in there, how much space do I have left? I have 2 left. Very good.
Okay.
So now you said fill up the 3 again, right? Okay, and then do what? Pour it into the 5. Okay, but how many can I pour into the 5? Only 2. So now my 5 is full, and how many is left in my 3?
1.
Only 1. Are you with me? Let's back up. I had 3 in my light bulb. So you say fill up my 5 had 3 in it, and I filled up my 3, but my 5 had 2 left. So if I pour some into my 5, I can pour 2 in, right? And I'll be left with just 1. So now I have a full 5 and just 1 in my 3. And how many do we need?
4.
We need 4, and I have 1 left in my 3. All right. So now what am I do with that full 5?
Pour it out.
Pour it out. Very good. All right. And so now what? Now. And now
I got it. Now you put one short to the 5.
put the 1 back into the 5. So now I have 1 in my 5, and my 3 is empty.
Right.
And I need.
4 gallons.
So what do I do?
Fill up the 3.
All right. Now I'm gonna give this 10 to you, young man. Good job. Okay. All right. The reason why I do this little exercise is because I really want people to understand the concepts behind STEM. What STEM is really designed to do is to help us as students, as teachers as well, become better problem solvers. Simple as that. Just become better problem solvers, because that's what we need most in the world, is people who can solve our problems, whatever they may be. So we already talked about what STEM really is. It's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but it's all tied together. What they're doing now is really getting those concepts, those basic concepts in all 4 fields, and teaching them at the same time, basically showing them how they're interrelated. Because without the mathematics skills, the basic mathematics skills, you cannot do the higher level engineering skills. Without those basic science skills, you cannot do those basic technology skills. Okay, so that's basically what we're trying to do, and that's what Dr. Carr is doing with this particular program. So I encourage everyone in the community to participate in this. This is going to be a fantastic thing for the community as a whole. Now, what is science to you? Yes, ma'am.
Everyday life.
Everyday life. I like that. Very nice. Yes, sir. Experiments. Okay. All right. What they do, they define science as the study of our natural world. So both of you are exactly right. It's a study of our natural world. What about technology? What is technology? Technology is basically just when we modify our natural world to fit our needs, to help solve our problems. That's all technology really is. Finding different things that's already at our grasp and taking it, using it for our benefit. Simple as that. What about engineering? Yes, ma'am. She says building. Absolutely. What else? Construction. Absolutely. And you were going to say? Technology. Very good. Well, engineering really? All those things basically designed to problem solve and create, just like you said. Just to create things, okay? That's what engineering really is all about, problem solving and creating. And last but not least, what is mathematics? Mathematics. Numbers. Problem solving, okay. Shapes, awesome. Building blocks of human life. That's deep. Yes, deep. You were going somewhere with that one. Yes, ma'am. Measurement. All those things are considered mathematics, but if you take all those things and try to tie them into maybe 1 or 2 words, here's what you would get. Patterns and relationships. That's what mathematics is truly about. It's about finding different patterns and using those patterns to show relationships between the two. Here are some things that STEM is designed to do, specifically in the state of Mississippi. It is designed to increase the number of STEM-related degree holders. It is designed also to help develop and maintain STEM-related jobs and workers to compete nationally and globally, and to diversify and improve science and technology-based economy. Now, STEM is also designed to get kids ready for college. That's a big component there. if you are not actually involved in STEM type activities, it diminishes your chances to be successful in college these days. Now, I know a lot of you as parents, if you're here, education is important to you. I know that for a fact, so I appreciate you being here. But what I want to encourage is not just for you to get your kids to look at college as just one thing, but I want them to think about that STEM concept as well. Mainly because a lot of our jobs are going to STEM. In the next 40 years, we'll have very few jobs outside of service and STEM. Service industry and STEM, that's going to be basically it. So just keep those things in mind. The other thing too is, that's not just happening in Mississippi, but it's happening around the world and around the nation. So in order for us to compete, we need to have kids, our kids in particular, ready for those types of jobs. Some specific careers. What do you want to be when you grow up? Right here. Give me some. A nurse. Love that. Is that STEM related? Science, technology? Absolutely. You have to know those. Very good. Yes, sir. Electrician. Very good. Is that STEM related? Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Pediatrician. Very specific. I like that. Of course, that's STEM related. Yes. Vet. Again, STEM related. Very nice. Yes, sir. A biologist. Very nice. Very specific there, too. Yes, sir. Archaeologist. Now, that's really deep. When I was young, I wanted to be an archaeologist. That was my favorite thing. One of the things I want you all to think about, and I'm not talking about just the students, I'm talking about the parents as well, is what are your potential careers according to your students? According to students, what do you think your career is going to be like? What do you want to be as when you grow up? Also, what do your parents think? What do your parents think you're going to be? What does the community think about what you're going to be? See, what are you portraying to the community as a whole? I want the city of Leland, especially the kids in this particular school, I want the kids down in my area, in the Jackson area, to think, when they think Leland, they think all those kids are going somewhere.
All right, now.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see, okay? So I want that image to not only be in your head, but I want you to portray that image to others. So when they think about Leland, they'll know this is what we're talking about. We're talking about some good things going on in Leland. Take a look at this real quick, kids. If you have a high school diploma, you can, or less than that, you do not get a high school diploma. The amount of money you will make per week, on average, is about $471 a week. That sounds like a lot of money. But I promise you, next, any adult in here, $471 a week is not a lot of money. That's basically nothing. If you get a high school diploma, you'll get about $652 a week. So just look at the difference right there. If you at least get out of high school, you'll be able to earn almost $300,000 more over a 30-year period. $300,000. If that's not enough for you, check out if you get just some college. How about 2 years of college? How about a bachelor's degree? Now look at where we were then. We started at $700,000. Now we're up to almost $1,700,000. Let's keep going and get a master's degree. Now we're up to $2 million. If we kept going, we can almost hit $3 million. My point is, your education is extremely important to you. Extremely important. The more you get up here, the more you understand, the more you learn, the more people will pay you. I can tell you my story, and I wish I had time to do it, but I don't. But bottom line, I can tell you this. It took me a while to get my degree. For years, I earned what you were seeing down there at the bottom. And I thought I was making good money when I was making $471 a week. I thought I was rolling. But what I didn't realize is I was riding in an old hoopty, had the little hole in the floor, the windows didn't roll down right, air conditioning didn't work right. 2-bedroom apartment with my wife and kids. But I thought I was rolling. I went back and got my degree though when I realized I was just being stupid. I went back and got my degree. And once I realized I could make good money after that degree, I went back and got another degree. And now that I have my second degree, now instead of me working, and I'm telling you what I used to do. I used to mop floors for a living. I worked at the train station. Anybody ever been on a train before? Amtrak? Yeah, that was me. I used to help you get your bags on and all that stuff, sell tickets. Yeah, make good money. Amtrak, you know, they pay you good. But I wasn't utilizing my brain to my fullest potential. And now that I am, instead of me mopping floors and stuff like that for a living, I do this for a living. And I get to choose where I go to work. That's why I chose to leave my house and come up here on a Saturday, because I really want to come to Leland. I can see lots of potential here, and I want to be here to be a part of that. So, how many of you kids now can think you can actually get a bachelor's degree? Raise your hand if you believe you can get a bachelor's degree. At least a bachelor's. All right, look at these jobs real quick. These are the top paying jobs for undergrad degrees. And tell me what you hear the most. Aerospace engineering, chemical engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, economics, physics, mechanical engineering, computer science, industrial engineering, environmental engineering, statistics, biochemistry, engineering. Unbelievable. They're not making $471 a week, I can promise you that. And if you keep going, you'll see the same thing there, over and over again. Now, one person read this out loud for me, please.
Top quote about STEM education. Everybody in this room understands that our nation's success depends on strengthening America's role as the world's engine of discovery and innovation, and that leadership tomorrow depends on how we educate our students today, especially in science, technology, engineering, and math. President Barack Obama.
Absolutely. Now, if our chief can say that, we need to pay attention to it, okay? As a community, I encourage Leland to really listen, heed his words. I want you to follow what Dr. Carr is doing. I want you to invite your friends, all you students here, invite your friends. Tell them they need to come to this program. It will help you, it will help them. And the more you get people around you who are thinking the same way, what happens with that? It only gets better. If you have just one person thinking that one thing, that's not enough. Remember when we did the first problem we put on the board? And we had, who started off? I think my man here started off. He gave his ideas, and then my man in the back took those ideas and grew from there. And then the point is, as we work together, we were able to solve the problem. And that's the same concept here. So invite your friends to come to this program. Parents, make sure your kids come. And invite your friends to invite their kids to come. Okay. There's an activity that I really want to do. Okay, here's the challenge. It's called the pneumatic bridge. What does pneumatic mean? Anyone? Say again? Numbers? Not quite. It sounds like it, but it's not. Say it again for me? Air. Air. Very good. We're going to build an air bridge. Sounds weird. A bridge of air? Well, actually, you can do that. We have paper, tape, and balloons. 8 sheets of paper, about 25 balloons, and we have a roll of tape. And what we want you to do is to create a bridge that can support probably a can of soda. So what I want you to do is get in a team. This is going to be a parent-kid involvement thing, okay? So everybody has to participate, okay? What I want you to do right now is just give you guys an opportunity to pair up into 12 groups. And let's get started. Let's say about 20 minutes, everybody, about 20 minutes. Got about 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Go ahead and wrap it up, everybody. 1 minute left.
We get through it by making a small sacrifice. You give a little and you gain a lot. You in a canoe but always aim for a yacht. You're the captain of your ship. You're the one that determines your educational trip. Education, we make it our title. It stands above all cause it's vital. Remember your cast should tell a lot. It should give us a clue about your plot. Did you succeed at getting your point across? Or did you play a lot and ended up loud?
All right, time is up. Everybody should be done or close to by now. I see some fantastic looking bridges here. Okay, all right. So what I want you all to do is to go around and just check using, I have a little bottle of water here, and just see if it will support this bottle of water. Yeah. Team Tate, all right, Team Tate. Very nice, Team Tate. Very nice, okay. Let's go to another one. Well, look at here. All right, we got another winner here. Oh. All right. All right. All right, very nice. We have two ways to do this one. We can either increase the weight or we can just judge on looks. Increase the weight? All right, we're going to increase the weight then. We're going to increase the weight. So we're going to add more bottles and see if we can hold it.
All right.
All right. No, you can go.
We got one more. That's it. We won.
All right, hold on. Somebody check their tape. Something's wrong with their tape because they get that tape is. I bought that tape from the dollar store. It can't be that good. Wow, we did it. Wow, 8 bottles. All right, we got another one and held all 8 bottles. Held all 8 bottles. Team. I was walking around watching everybody, and trust me, you guys did a great job. All of them you did. I wanted the parents to participate, but there was one group where the kids did most of the work, most of the design, and actually not just the design as far as the structure, but actually how it looks. They actually just, made some little cutesy little things to go along with it. And that team was, if I'm not mistaken, Team. So everybody give Team a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Stand up, Team. Stand up. There you go. Represent. I've done this a lot of times. But this is probably the best group I've ever been around. And I've never seen so much parental participation in anything. So guys, thank you all for coming. Thank you. Dr. Carter.
Thank you so much, Mr. Green. Let's give him another round of applause.
Universal too. You wanna imagine all that it will repair, like placing the correct punctuation there. An empty wagon make a lot of noise, but an empty head will leave you unemployed. She getting her Eddie out, he getting his Eddie out, we getting our Eddie out. Please get your Eddie out. Education is a story of life. We get through it by making a small sacrifice. We give a little and you gain a lot. You in a canoe but always ain't for ya. You're the captain of your ship. You're the one that's doing your educational trip. She getting her Eddie out.